Hi Cancer, this is your forecast for the month of June 2017. This is a general reading for Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, or Cancer Moon. If you have a different rising or moon sign, you might find watching those videos helpful or more informative for you. You can watch a reading in 3 different ways: the full extended monthly, or for just the energy influence, watch the brief. Or if you prefer, watch the weekly for the upcoming week. Weeklies also make it easy for you to review information you may have forgotten in the full reading. Please remember that these are general readings, and so they may not apply to everyone. If you would like a reading that is specific to you, please visit my website at thealchemistastrologer.com, and I invite you to follow me on Facebook, Google+, and Instagram. Please also check out my pay-per-view channel, vimeo.com/on-demand/finding-love for monthly love readings. Now, the second week you have a major card, the moon, and so you have a connection to the moon. Obviously, you're a Cancer. This could also be a Pisces person. But this is going to be a week where your emotions are very strong, possibly because you're making connections to all of these people. You're socializing. Your intuition is on point. You know, maybe you're able to discern what is truth and what is not. And so there's some very strong instinctual feelings going on. Some maybe, past conditioning. Maybe family is important this week. Maybe children, or you're a mother figure. And so this could be a week where maybe you're especially creative. There's cause to celebrate. You're reaping the rewards of your efforts because you've been exceptionally creative or insightful. There was something that you were visualizing, something you wanted to create, and you're working on making that happen. So again, a lot of imagination and creativity. But if it's running away with you, then there's a sense of uncertainty and insecurity. You may even feel as if, you're losing it in some way because of the doubt. Now, this could have to do with healing some type of gynecological issue, or maybe there is a worry about health or some digestive issues. It could be a focus on food this week, or domestic activities and affairs. So the moon card is very complicated. It's a very complex card that could go in a lot of different directions, but generally ties to emotional and psychological forces, and obviously a secretive element. So if last week there was gossip taking place, this could be a week where, you're still focused perhaps on some kind of betrayal, deception, what you feel to be, a hidden enemy, somebody working in the background against you. There could be some confusion and actually some outright lies that you're dealing with this week. Now, if you're focused on healing, maybe there's issues of depression or some negative mood, some pessimism. And so for you, this is a week where you're grappling with some vague fears that you have. And maybe there's even some warning signs of something coming up. And maybe you're trying to figure out the motivation of other people. There's something not quite right. So whatever it is, you're going to be looking closely at your situation. Several matters, you're going to be putting them under scrutiny. And it's important during this week especially that honesty is your go-to, both with yourself, with other people, because you could very easily betray yourself this week. You could be looking at something through rose-tinted glasses, or something is not what it appears to be on the surface. So again, this may result in you being irritable, suspicious, anxious, even though you don't really know why. Now, some of you, this is going to be a week where you actually do get a couple of pieces of bad news, and that's that intuition kicking in and giving you that sense of distress. And also, you're more physically prone to nervous upsets, illnesses, stress-related, problems. So, keeping your emotions in balance is very important this week, because you may be going above and beyond simply to fit in with the group, especially if you're socializing with people, connecting with people from your past. You may feel compelled to, reach out or be what someone else wants you to be in order to feel good about yourself. And you feel vulnerable. You feel vulnerable to being criticized. It could be easy to offend you this week, especially if there's that chatter in the background. People are saying this, that, and the other, and you don't quite know what is truth and what's real. The best way to deal with this week is to relax. Let go of your anxieties. Find some pleasant distraction, something that you enjoy doing, something that makes you feel good. And this is, if you have a problem of any sort, this is going to clear your mind and allow the universe to drop that solution down in your head. So be mindful of taking your frustration out on other people. When you feel yourself reaching critical mass, separate yourself. If you need to move back from the group, go off by yourself, do something pleasant to make yourself feel good, then that's your go-to. Now, for some of you, this is about being in a very cloudy situation and you don't know your way through. And possibly, again, because you are in denial about something, about work, about your goals, about health, about your relationships. And that sense of pessimism is keeping you locked in a never-ending cycle where you let your fear and your anger work against you. Opportunities show up, but you look the other way because you've been disappointed in the past, or you're afraid to step out there. And you don't connect to situations that could make things better for you. And again, any kind of secrets on the part of other people or anything you've been hiding, it's likely that this is going to be the week where that comes out. So this is about, focusing on abundance. Again, you could be reaping the fruits of your efforts, or you could have a sense of gratitude. You feel a strong emotion to the ties that you're connecting with, over the past week. But for others of you, there's a need to connect to nature. Again, pulling back, getting away from the group in order to maintain that peace and equilibrium. And for still others of you, this is about feeling a sense of anxiety, like things are not going to work out, whether financially, emotionally, but it's really rooted in a scarcity consciousness, that fear that there's not enough in the universe, which of course there is. So letting, your mind and your emotions, overwhelm you because you're so focused on the material or the emotional is actually counterproductive to your cause this week.